What's going on, people? Today, we're back in my home office here where I have old-ass computers. Yeah, they're really old. Still has the floppy drive. So I was digging through my Modchip drawer here, and I found an MM3 Modchip, which is a PlayStation 1 Modchip, and I figured, why not make a fucking video about Modchips? Yeah! First, a little history about the PlayStation Modchip. Back in the mid-90s, supposedly a Western engineer working in Hong Kong figured out how to bypass Sony's protection on the PlayStation. And they were actually called boot chips at first. The term mod chip came later, and I'll explain that as well. Anyway, so the Western engineer in Hong Kong, who has never been named, nobody knows who he is, figured this out and started, I guess he started selling it, or he made a bunch of them and gave it to a friend that was a vendor to sell. I don't know. But anyway, they were like these huge microchips. As you saw, the mod chip is just, now it's a small microchip. They used to be bigger. Like, I don't know how bigger, but bigger. And they were like 10 wires. Now you have either 4 or 7 wires, depending on how you want to wire it. So the 10 wire mod chip that was coming out of Hong Kong, it was like actually like cut in half or something, and the serials were scraped off to make it harder to reverse engineer. But that didn't stop this guy named the Old Crow. And I'll put a link to his website and his story in the description. So the Old Crow got a hold of one of these chips, and he had the knowledge of, microchips and whatnot. So he reverse engineered it and gave the source code to like anybody who wanted it. And that's pretty much how mod chips became popular. And he was also the one that coined the phrase mod chip. So what a mod chip does is you install it in your PlayStation, and it blocks off the signal from the Mechacon to the CD controller that looks for the copy protection in the wobble of the disc and inserts its own, and thus, anything boots, imports, and backups. So there's different types of mod chips. There's the classic 4-wire mod chip. There's the PS-NI, there's the Miami, there's the most popular one called the MM3 or Multi-Mode 3. And that's what I'm going to get into here in a minute. Alright. So since this video is about mod chips, this is what we need right here. And what this is the PlayStation mod chip pack. Now, since the source code is free for everybody to use, somebody took pretty much all of them and put them into a zip file and uploaded it to the Internet Archive. I'll leave that link in the description as well. So let's go ahead and click on this, and it opens up to a few things here. We have the Eurasia downloads, we have the Miami 4, the Multi-Mode 3, the one chip. There actually is others besides these. I don't think PS-NI is in here. And then there's the Stealth 2.8A. Now I'll go over what all these do. The Miami, however the fuck you say it. It is a total of 8 wires, uses all 8 wires on the PIC chip. And it's supposed to be a pretty reliable chip. Not as reliable as the PS-NI, but like pretty freaking reliable. Multi-Mode 3, the most popular mod chip. 7 wires to solder in. That's it. Very, very popular mod chip. Now, the difference between these two, this is 8 wires and this is 7. This uses, the 8th wire uses the clock on the system for the timing. This has an internal clock. So this one can actually get out of sync and you have to hit reset. This one is pretty much solid. The one chip. I believe it's for the PAL version of the PS1. It will not work on NTSC. I think it was created specifically for that. I don't know, never used it. All I know is that it's for the PS1. Others I'll get into in a minute. Now the Stealth 2.8A, pretty much the predecessor to the Multi-Mode 3. I believe this is the one with what's called dyno modes. You have to hit reset. You can cycle through the different modes, which is like disable the chip, make the chip turn the chip into a classic chip to where, you know, the stealth is disabled, and, you know, stuff like that. It was actually created to get around Dino Crisis, the anti-mod check in Dino Crisis. Let's see, if you go in here, go to the README. Here are the features included. Hold down reset for 3 seconds. Yada, yada, yada. And yet, Dino mode. Dino mode. So it comes with installation instructions as well. This is my favorite one right here because it's the easiest to mod. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And it also comes with the hex. Now, if you have a PIC programmer and blank chips, all you got to do is load these hex files into your PIC programmer, and you can actually make your own mod chips. But different regions, you know, have different hex. Like here's PAL, here's NTSC USA, here's NTSC Japan. So it's different files for different regions. And you go into Multi-Mode 3, it's pretty much the same. Installation picks, and then hex for this PIC chip and hex for that PIC chip. That's kind of neat. Never seen that before. And then going into Miami version 4, original PIC 12C508. See, that's what I had when I was making my own mod chips back in the day. I used to have an old serial or parallel port PIC programmer. I was using 12C508 and 508A chips. There is a 509 chip. Don't ask me what the difference is because I have no idea. And then, of course, there's the 12F629 chip. The Eurasia, Bob. This one, it's pretty much just like a bunch of hex and installation files, like in one. So you got the Miami, got the one chip, open multi-mode chip. What is that? Oh, multi-mode 3. Okay.
Now, what if I told you there was a mod chip that has fallen into obscurity and nobody really talks about it or knows about it? Take the blue pill, Neo.
So lastly, we have the others folder. And this contains pretty much everything that the other folders have. The Miami. This one's got the multi-mode 1 and 2. So it's got all 3 multi-mode chips on here. It's got the old Crow chip, which is 4-wire classic. It will not boot anti-mod games. The multi-mode will. The Miami will. But the old Crow won't. PS1 boot CD, neat, no idea what that is. REI Project, Reverse Engineer, Stealth 2.4. Okay. And then Stealth chip for that. And then unknown. What's an unknown? Oh, it looks like, interesting. I don't know. Some duplicates in the hex. Unknown classic. Love it. So the mod chip that I'm talking about that fell into obscurity that nobody really knows about is the anti-piracy mod chip. And it was only made for USA and European consoles. Sorry, Japan. So supposedly it's wired in the same way as the classic 4-wire. Interesting diagram. Yes, 4 wires. Actually, 1, 2, 3 wires and then a jumper wire. So you would just wire it up pretty much the same way as you would a regular mod chip. And when I say regular, I mean 4-wire, not stealth. Stealth mod chips, in my opinion, are much better because they can play anti-mod games. So what the anti-piracy mod chip does is basically it allows games from other regions to boot, but it will not allow backups to boot. And the old crow explains how that works on his website. Basically, it uses the first 3 letters of the wobble copy protection and then inserts its own 4th letter. And it's a stealth chip. It can be detected by anti-mod games, but it'll only boot local retail bot games and out of area retail bot games. It will not allow a copy to boot at all. Pretty neat. Supposedly they sold them at video game stores, mom and pop shops back in the day. So they wouldn't get in trouble for, piracy or promoting piracy. They just, a customer would come in, they'd be like, I want to play Japanese games. They'd be like, all right, I'll install this mod chip for you. And it'd be an anti-piracy mod chip. It could boot imports all day long, but it would fail to boot copies, CDR copies. Well, that's it for this video. So yeah, if you're looking to make your own mod chips, that will definitely help you out. If you're looking to back up your games, I highly recommend Image Burn. Image Burn is great for backing up PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. It's a solid program. Check it out. And I'll see you in the next video. PC load letter.